Thank you, Jason and Kun Tikampon. All right, not only you that feel excited. I have been doing this for 9 years and I am still very excited. So good morning to everyone and a very warm welcome to you all in person here and online. This year we have many new joiners, so I would like to bring us back a little bit to the beginning of our journey before we moving forward together into the future. When I asked Kun Virat to propose a theme for this year's annual strategy conference, he suggests dawn of a new era. Well, as some of you may remember, this was in fact also the same title of our first annual conference presentation in 2015, 9 years ago. The number 9 is associated with the end of a cycle and the beginning of the cycle as well. In this opening remark, let me therefore pick up on this suggestion to pause and reflect on what ideas from the recent years, going back to 2015, for the benefit of our new members and might as well continue to be useful for the next chapter in the Banpu adventure. In our previous annual conference presentations, we have taken you on a metaphorical journey, a journey of a ship in storm, and navigating seascapes, flying high above the winds and oceans with eagles, examining the power of ecosystem thinking, networks, and platform, considering the importance of symbiotic collaboration in the resilience of ecosystem, visualizing the group as a carrier strike force formation, taking our strike force into a new sci-fi digital era, and last year, mustering the strength to push to the top of our mountain to achieve our 2025 goals. In this first era, Banpu was at the heart of humanitarian miracle of historic proportion, the liberation of over a billion people from extreme poverty. This was achieved first and foremost by the Asian economic miracle, powered by the growth of electricity generation sixfold to nearly 10 million megawatt hours. In our opening remarks 9 years ago, we paid tribute to the wisdom of legacy of our founder, Kun Chanin Wongkusolkit, who is our chairman currently. As we continue to ride out the storm of coal price volatility, Kun Chanin encouraged us to remain calm, draw strength from the Banpu spirit at that time, and have confidence that we would emerge stronger and wiser from the storm, ready to seize the new opportunities. As we enter a new chapter in 2015, we began to articulate how we understood the Banpu Golden Circle, the why, the how, the what compass that we needed to navigate the storm and take us safely to one era to another. The why has always been our purpose, to ensure a better living for all through the provision of reliable, affordable, and eco-friendly energy. The eco-emphasis of our why is evolved from a focus of local communities to one increasingly concerned with planetary health. But I think it is also to say that eco-friendly in our case has always meant eco-friendly in the ecosystem, so-called ecosystem friendly. The how we achieve the why has always been our value. Starts with the Banpu spirit principle of care and integrity, innovation and synergy, in which now transformed to Banpu heart of passion, innovation, and commitment. The how also includes our culture, which respects all our stakeholders as part of the wider Banpu family. The how emphasizes the importance to adaptability and accountability, and the agile approach of careful analysis, experimentation, followed by bold and decisive action. The Banpu what has two components: the value stewardship of our core assets, as well as the strategy to coordinate and integrate our business synergistically. Okay. So zoom in on all the key elements of the how. Banpu particular emphasis on the themes of accountability and collaboration. I emphasize accountability and collaboration as we now have 9 countries to operate. And address directly the what. Frame the context around key questions relating to our group business model, gearing, and our dependence on coal. We presented a 3-part strategy which is still relevant today. The first, the transformation of our corporate center into a value engine with value-added services to core operations as well as to third-party customers. A stewardship approach to core assets and the need of new business development, supply chain management, and trading capabilities. As you can see that today in our organization, we have evolved for this purpose by having a global sustainability department, corporate transaction development, which consists of finance and strategic planning, risk management. We have global internal audit and compliance, global procurement, digital and innovation, as well as Banpu Academy last year. We have to lift up all of these value engines to the global level to prepare for leading the transformation of Banpu globally. Second, a core asset plan focused on reducing cost, increasing productivities, unleashing our power business through IPO and investment in a third leg core business, which of course become our gas business in the US. And third, the need to develop innovative restructuring scenario to adjust capital intensity, reducing gearing, free up capital for new growth and mitigate environment and country risks. Although we did not use the term 3Ds at that time, a term which was popularized by NG in a year later, the mega trends we identified were indeed the 3Ds of digitalization, decarbonization, and decentralization. In 2007, we used the eagle as a metaphor to characterize the Banpu how. Eagles reinvent themselves. At a certain age, they retreat to the rocks, pluck their feature, knock off their beaks, and transform themselves for longer life. Eagles fly high to maximize their field of strategic vision, and they ride the winds. They experiment, test, and adjust their hunting strategy, and then take fearless and decisive action, swooping down their chosen prey. Last but not least, this is very important. The eagle, they nurture their young, their next generation. In 2007 was also the year that we launched the Greener, Smarter slogan to describe the transition objectives of our what. Come to the 2018, we used the case study of Amazon to show how a combined physical and digital ecosystem platform strategy can maximize shareholder value and stakeholder value in any sector. Platform strategy starts with a powerful customer interface and then work backward to create an integrated supply chain that ensure efficiency deliverable, and to the service and products to the company's primary customers as well as the third-party customers. And in that year, we encourage all at Banpu to step up the pace of our greener, smarter transformation with the strategic speed. The following year, we consider the wisdom of trees and forests as a primal example of an efficient ecosystem, networks of hub trees, younger trees, and partner trees. Those share resources to ensure resilience and sustainability. And we call on all to release the trigger for breakthrough transformation, if you remember that. In 2020, we onset to the COVID-19 crisis. We highlighted the strength of the carrier strike group model, envisaging the Banpu Group as a fleet of coordinated flagship businesses, supported and coordinated by the Banpu X Carrier platform. And that was the year that Professor Taleb's powerful hypothesis of anti-fragility was spotlighted. The idea that there are mindsets and strategies in nature and business which enable an organism or organization to grow and thrive in a world of disorder, volatility, and unexpected crisis. The following year, we explore the theme of personal and organizational transformation with the support of Joseph Campbell's famous Hero's Journey framework, if you remember the Star Wars theme in that year. And those are to 2021. In this 2022, last year, our theme was Push to the Top, which brings us to what we emphasized at that time, in which we encourage everyone to draw strength from the imminent Ruby anniversary celebration to push to the top of our mountain to ensure that by 2025, we can demonstrate that more than half of our enterprise value will come from greener, smarter businesses. And we went back to the theme of the what, once again, and of the future-oriented platform business option, the energy storage system, the data sphere, carbon technology, gas infrastructure, and certainly smart infrastructure. We have achieved some great things together over the past decade across the Pacific Rim. Banpu is now a force to be reckoned with, from conventional baseload energy to cutting-edge clean technology solution. Since 2015, the value of our asset base has nearly doubled from 6.6 to 12.6 billion US dollar. And our operating earnings grew from 0.5 billion US dollar in 2015 to nearly 4 billion US dollars in last year. But my colleagues, there is no room for complacency. There is no room for complacency at all. The storm clouds are all around us. The seas and oceans of the global economy and unpredictable. We live now in an era of never normal. We must learn to expect the unexpected and see crisis as a gift, as an opportunity in disguise. Using the wisdom of the Banpu Golden Compass to navigate the new era, I leave you with 5 key questions. 1, can we do to strengthen our existing business by working smarter and improving productivity and cash flow? What needs to be done to do that? 2, what must we do to accelerate our greener, smarter transition to achieve the 2025 goal and then to achieve net zero in the longer term? 3, what growth and monetization strategies should we pursue which deliver cash flow in the short, medium, and long term to reduce our group gearing and generate robust shareholders' returns? Number 4, how should we expand our horizon and restructure our group to capture the value growth potential in new sectors within existing Banpu geographies like Indonesia, as well as in new geographies like India and the Middle East, if possible? And number 5, most important of all, what crisis contingency, what will be the contingency plan, what an anti-fragile S-curve investment must we make to prepare for the next gray rhino or the next black swan? Beyond climate change, what plan do we have in place for the next pandemic, for the geopolitical conflict, as you have heard what happened in Israel, and how can it impact to the Middle East? How can we look into the inevitable rise of the AI for further technology disruption and for different kinds of systematic collapse? So how do we prepare for all of those crisis contingency plans? On that challenging note, I leave the floor to you all to debate and formulate the innovative strategies we need to ensure the ongoing resilience and success of the Banpu fleet. Always think of the why, the how, and the what What is our purpose? What is our value? And what will be our action? Now let's start the beginning of our new chapter. I do hope that we will share our wisdom, debate, and innovate together today and tomorrow for the best strategic direction of Banpu. Ladies and gentlemen, Banpu business is now in your hands. Thank you very much and enjoy the two-day conference. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ Thank you ค่ะ
Thank
Thank you
you.
ค่ะ
Thank you very much ค่ะคุณสมฤดี for the inspiring speech which helped set the stage.
All right, moment of truth. Thank you very much, everyone. Um, Now we come to an end, and as I said, it's the moment of truth. So I would like to say hello again since yesterday. And I just would like to start with thank you for the truly excellent contributions today and yesterday's. Thanks to all the organizers here, many of them, who have made the infrastructure, the traveling, the accommodation, good food certainly, and everything very, very comfortable for all of us. I would say you have raised your standard higher and higher every year. Thanks to Kun Anirudh Bangrim. I know it's a very hard work to accommodate such a big hybrid conference as we have every year. Also, I just would like to thank to Kun Dream, my personal makeup artist. But most importantly, thank you to the board of directors. Thank you to the board of directors and the entire Banpu family, both here and from afar. The presenters, every presenters, and all the forces behind the scenes, and especially to all the Banpu value engine that have elevated your key enabling to a global standard of the corporate services and the operation. So everyone, please give a big, big hands to yourselves. Thank you. All right. First and foremost, I would like all of you to consider my 5 questions yesterday as the key takeaway and embed to your strategic development going forward. And now, I would like to share some ideas about being Banpu leader, especially to our younger generation as a food for thought. 9 years ago, I made a commitment to certain legacy objectives to ensure the sustainability of Banpu as a successful enterprise. The first was the rigorous application of synergy and innovation to our corporate strategy in the interest of generating sustainable shareholder returns. The second was to apply integrity and care to all stakeholders' relationships. The third was to foster a culture of empowerment and accountability amongst all the management and staff at Banpu to get all of us thinking and acting as a trustee and a custodians of the Banpu legacy with our clear purpose of the Banpu to an international versatile integrated energy solution company, leading by ESG strategy, on the mission to become a of energy transition to sustainability and to a sustainable energy in the Asia Pacific through the value of the corporate culture, the Banpu heart, and promise of our way in energy, or in Thai พลังบ้านปูสู่พลังงานที่ยั่งยืน In the opening remark yesterday, I outlined the frameworks and principles I inherited from Kunchinin, which have inspired both the strategic recommendation I have made to the board, as well as the guidance I have provided to all of our management teams in order to deliver those of legacy objectives. In my closing remarks to you, I would like to share with you what I have learned about sustainable leader as some recommendations for the next generation of Banpu leaders in the new era of never normal, where we must all learn to expect the unexpected. The three themes which are a foundational of my philosophy to leader as a leader at Banpu are compassion, wisdom, and action. The first principle of sustainability as a leader must be compassion. By compassion, I mean a profound sense of connection with the rest of humanity and with the planet from which humanity has emerged. With this comes an understanding that we all suffer. We all face tough challenges and choices. No effective leader earns the trust and confidence of those he or she seeks to lead, unless those around them sense a genuine feeling of compassion, empathy, and care from their leader. The connection with other people's suffering must become with a determination to serve and to help others. This is the philosophy of servant leadership, of leadership as a service. It is the most noble life goal I think everyone can. Banpu's leader seeks to bring better living for all through the provision of sustainable energy and smart solutions. As Martin Luther King said, life's most persistent, urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Knowing that serving others is the most noble of life goals, we should strive to do so in a spirit of joy. As the greatest leader, Mahatma Gandhi emphasized, service which is rendered without joy is not compassionate service, is not authentic service. When a leader serves others with joy, you know that the leader is genuine. This joy of service is in the Banpu DNA. But no one said compassionate leader is easy. It's a commitment, it's a discipline. It's like committing to exercise every day. At first, it's painfully difficult. Then it becomes easier, then more joyful, and it becomes a pleasure. But once the commitment is made, even when you are feeling low, you are exhausted, you are able to keep calm and carry on. The second foundation, foundational principle with a sense of sustainable leadership is to draw upon wisdom of our seniors with a sense of humility and gratitude. I feel a little sensitive to this slide. So, you know that Banpu was born with our great leader, Kun Chanin, Kun Ongat is here, and Kun Meti. This is to show how they have shown us the humility, how we should feel gratitude to our founder. Our senior as a predecessor, they are the giants, referred by Sir Isaac Newton. If we stand metaphorically on the shoulders of these giants, we will see further. Our eyesight will see wider and longer. When I started this role, I felt deeply honored. Kun Chanin, Kun Ongat, Kun Meti, they have been my mentor and inspiration. Since I commenced my career with Banpu in 1983, fresh from graduation, 40 years consecutively, I have always sought their invaluable guidance and counsel. They have been the Banpu instrumental in building Banpu into the Pan-Pacific Energy Group as it is today, an extraordinary achievement which I have had the privilege to witness at the first hand. So please, everybody, give a big hand to our founders. Our founders' integrity, ethical standards, and overwhelming emphasis on cultivating sustainable stakeholder value and nurturing our people, as we always hear. At Banpu, our people is the most valuable asset of Banpu. These are a profound legacy, not only for Banpu, but for companies throughout Asia Pacific. I have always done my best to work with all of our people and the stakeholders without tiredness to live up the standard that the founders have set for our company. As Rafael Nadal has said, sorry for the Federer fan, because I'm Nadal fan. As Nadal has said, you never win anything on your own. I have been humble and smart enough to listen to the people that are older than me and have a better knowledge than me. So let us all therefore be humble enough to listen to those with more experience and to pay them the respect they are due so that we may win with their wisdom. Or you can see it other way around. Those who are older must have continued the responsibility for their own self-development and learning, are intellectual young, vibrant, and agile. The famous Henry Ford quote is very true. Anyone who stops learning is old. Whether they are 20 or 80, anyone who keeps learning stays young. With this philosophy comes the prioritization of investing in knowledge. The world is changing at the unprecedented speed. Sustainable leaders and Banpu here at Banpu must invest time and money in innovative analysis. We must be ahead of the learning curve on the new technologies and turn disruption into opportunities. What new energy storage technology might disrupt the dominance of current battery technologies? How can Banpu use AI to its advantage? What AI technologies should we invest in? Is it possible that AI from many famous technology companies so far might be overhyped, not accurate, and could be less popular in next year because of its high cost to develop further and the regulations? So, how should we adjust our strategy accordingly? How far will investment in the distribution infrastructure go? And where should Banpu position itself around these themes? What can we do to ensure Banpu is strengthened by these storms and not blown away? Are we immersing ourselves in potential crisis scenario simulations and asked what we should do in such scenario? If not, why not? What new S-curve investment could act as anti-fragile hedge so that we benefit from the future crisis? These are all the issues we have discussed during the conference during these 2 days. But we need to keep asking questions and keep learning. Okay. After compassion and wisdom must come action. There are much thunder during the deliberation in this conference. Some great ideas and powerful plans, but we must not allow the thunder to fizzle into procrastination. Don't be just lip service. No action, talk only. Don't do that. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is the lightning that does the work. And always remember that no action or acceptance of the status quo is a choice. When you have a choice to make and you don't make it, that in itself is a choice. There is no escaping the responsibility of leadership. Again, no one said leadership was easy. In the words of the Nobel Prize winning physicist, sometimes the only way you can tell that the new ideas is really important is the feeling of terror that seizes you. Feel the fear, but take the action you need to take in the interest of Banpu, in the interest of our stakeholders, and in the interest of humanity as a whole. I would like to borrow the words from a powerful speech of Lee Kuan Yew made in 1965, when most commentators doubted the viability and sustainability of Singapore as an independent country. In all our strategic planning, we should not just calculate on the next 3 years. In terms of the next 100 years, we must calculate in terms of the next generation, next 100 years, and with our belief, you, me, if we do, for the next 1,000 years, Banpu still be here. Going forward, We will need more and more of the next generation of Banpu leaders, leaders as a servants, leaders as a sustainable leader. We believe that Banpu will still be here for the next 1,000 years. Yesterday, I mentioned the wisdom of the Banpu Golden Compass of why, how, and what that I have received since 2015. This is the Banpu Golden Compass. You may not might have seen it before. It's a very nice compass. But that was in 2015. Now, I would like to symbolically pass this wisdom of the Banpu Golden Compass to the next generation leadership at Banpu. But to have all of our next generation leader on the stage, we may not have enough space for all of you to stand here as we have so many, right? Therefore, may I please just request to invite a representative of the next gen at Banpu as a whole to come up here and receive the golden compass of Banpu. Any volunteer? So may I invite Kun Sinon Wangbusolakit to join me on the stage.
Every day waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000
Where's
years.
the song?
I love you for 1,000 Time stands
So, as a symbolic gesture on passing the wisdom of the Banpu Golden Compass, Kun Sinon Wangbusolakit, as a representative of the next generation of Banpu leaders, may you please accept the wisdom of the Banpu Golden Compass.
Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 One step closer.
Thank you very much ครับคุณสมฤดี for such a meaningful speech of closing. I'm just speechless, actually. Right. And Kunsom said that Banpu forever. So shall we make this another year as a most memorable moment to the most important agenda by taking a photo together and make it forever.
Group
So
photo.
group photo. So welcome anyone, everyone to on the stage and take the photo together.
So I think everyone is speechless.
Yes.
Please, everyone, come up here for our photo session.